Hey accelerators, it is Christopher Maselli, and I'm going live here with New Zenler, where we are going to be looking at this awesome new program which works so well for authors who want to have training on their websites and anyone else who wants to put training on their websites. I've already imported a lot of my training sessions, and I'm going to update some of these. Specifically, though, you also can do pop-ups with this that get people on your email list, and so I'm going to work on one of my pop-ups, and then that'll probably be it for this session. I think I'm planning on being on for about another hour. I did an earlier one where I worked on a couple sessions. If you're interested in seeing that, and you can, go back and check that out. So let's get started. Before I jump fully into this, allow me to let the folks over on the Zenler Facebook page know that we're doing this, because sometimes they like to join in and ask questions. By the way, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to go ahead and ask in whatever place you're watching this, and usually it notifies me and I can respond directly to that. So let's let's hope that's true, and then that'll work. So let me just copy this a second. And there's my live stream. Gonna let the people over here know it's on. And boom. Okay. I know some of you are joining me at Periscope, some of you through Facebook, some of you through YouTube. You can ask a question on any of those platforms, and I can answer, which is pretty cool. I'm using Restream, by the way, to do that. If you're getting into this whole online video thing, Restream.io allows you to broadcast to multiple platforms, which is really a cool feature that they have. So, okay, so let's see. Here we are. As you can see, this is my browser. I'm using Brave, which is based on Google Chrome. It works pretty much the same way, but you can use extensions and all that, but it's a little more private, which I like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this half over here. This is Zenler. Well, actually, let me broaden this. So the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to work on a pop-up. They allow you to have a pop-up that comes up and lets people get on your email list. And so this is the one I currently have on my website, and I want it to match this. So I'm going to drag this window over here, just so I've got a copy of my other one. Okay, and that's cool. And then on Zenler, the new Zenler.com. And by the way, if you want to have access to this, it's in beta right now. They're getting ready to go live for everyone, and prices are really good. I have used Teachable for years, but this is it's such a better deal, and it gives you so many features that Teachable doesn't have. It's kind of a no-brainer. And so that's why I am going with it. So here I am. This is my perfect pitch. It's one of my courses. I'm not going to work on the course right now. I want to work on this pop-up. And so you can see I've already loaded in my picture, and I've got the same copy. Grab our free PDF. But there's a couple things I want to do. First of all, I don't want to have the black and the yellow. That doesn't really match what I'm doing here. I'd rather have this dark blue, so I'm going to change some of the colors. I also want to add this little copy down here that lets people know about the fact that they can opt out. That yes, you are signing up for an email list. I always like being very straightforward about that, and so I want to put that below here. So to do that, this is all like Zenler is so cool because they let you do all this like drag and drop stuff and that. And I've worked with WordPress for years, and I'm kind of used to getting into all the code and all that, but you don't have to with the new Zenler. So so here's how it goes. So I've already put in this copy. I've got the email here. It says subscribe. I don't want that. So let's see. If I click on this, I should be able to change it. By the way, my internet's a little bit slow because I'm doing all of this streaming. So that's my internet, not Zenler. So if you see that, don't think, not so sure about that service, because that's all it is. So I go in here, I change to get it, Okay, see how it changed it? Just boom, automatically. I love that. Okay, for the style, I want to match this color, this Get It color. So what I'm going to do is I've got this color picker on my Mac, which is free, and it allows you to choose a color. So I'm going to like click on that. Boom. When I do that, it copies the color to my clipboard, and then I can paste it in there. Okay, and see how it changes it? You know that's cool. Okay, so then text color, let's change that from black to white. Is that the right text? Yeah. And that's good. Wow, that was easy, wasn't it? I'm kind of loving that. Okay. Let's see, I want to change the style on this to not be this again. I want it to be that same, well, I really wouldn't even have to have, I kind of like how it is in this other one where it's just white. I think I'm going to, wonder if I can do that. So let's just make no border. Well, and then let's see, border width, border style. I'm not sure if I can just make it a placeholder. Enter your email here. Type that in, and that worked. What I can't tell is if there's any way, I'm going to get rid of the border altogether, and oh, here, just none. I guess that makes it a little easier, doesn't it? But I want it to be white inside. I wonder if I can do that. I don't see an option to do that, which is not a big deal, actually. It's just something I thought about doing. Okay, let's just skip it for now, and oh, but that won't work. I do have to have a border then if I'm going to do that. Okay, so let me fix that. I'm going to go ahead and change this border color to that. And then let's, oops, I jumped away from it. Then let's change, get in there. There we are. And then let's change the border now to like a couple. So now it'll be real clear. Oh. I keep jumping out of it. So what I'm going to do is, it's hard because my internet's a little bit slow, so it's kind of jerking around for me. So it's a little tougher. It's just because I'm streaming now, though. You won't have that problem when you do it yourself. There we go. That'll be better. See how now you can tell exactly where it is? Okay, so now I want to change that background color. So now I'm going to click on the background, and I'm going to change that color to this color. So let me grab what that color is. It's going to be that. And then I want to change this to that. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That's nice. There's got to be a way to change that black in the background there. I bet I just missed it somehow. But I don't know how, because I sure don't see it. I'll have to ask the folks at Zenler about that. Great thing about Zenler is they got really good, what do you call it, support. So you can go on Facebook, you go to their Facebook group, and they'll answer you back really quick. They've been great about that. So I'm sure there's a way to do it, but I can't find it. But that's okay. That's actually, oh, and then I want to add this thing at the bottom. When you sign up, you'll also get occasional emails. So I'm going to go in here and go below this little Get It button, and I'm going to add a new, actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to duplicate this, and then I'm going to grab it, and I'm going to drag it below that one. Let's see if that works. Yeah, that's cool. Okay. Oh, did it not go? I saw it looked like it was going to go. There we go. Okay, and then I'm going to say, when you sign up, you'll also get occasional emails from us. Of course, you can opt out at any anytime. Any time. All right. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to make that like a little lighter font. So let's just click in there, and let's get the get where we can edit that. Okay, and this is going to be, I'm going to knock this one way down. This, I mean, this I'm kind of okay if it's like maybe a little bigger than that, like that. And then the color, I'm going to make like this gray color. Because, I don't like to make a big deal of this, but I do want people to see it. So maybe something like that is pretty good. And there you go, look at that. Boom. What do you think of that? Does that look pretty good? That's the pop-up. So now when they go to a page, if they don't buy a course, they'll still get this pop-up. They can put in their email, and then they'll automatically be put into a whole email series. Hey there, glad you could join us. Do you know how I can change that the black background in the form, or is that not possible? That's something I was just struggling with because let me show you. If I go into this particular form here, like I can change the border color, and I can change, the font size and the borders. So I just put a border on it, but I'm thinking there's probably a way to change that from black to like white, but I'm not seeing it. And there may not be, and it's not, not a huge deal. On required, yeah. So I'm thinking maybe there's not. But it would be nice to make that look like this one where it's white. It kind of gives it I think it brings attention to it and it gives it a nice background. Thank you. He's going to check it out. Yeah, so see, I love being able to make things like that look the same because here's the neat thing about this is that this other one I created, like on WordPress, and I had to do all this code and all that kind of stuff. And here I just go in and you use their WYSIWYG editor, if you will, and it's pretty quick and pretty fast. Again, any jumping around that you're seeing in that is largely my fault because I'm doing major streaming on my end through my internet, and we got other internet devices and Xbox and stuff going on here at the same time, so my internet's going to be a little spotty. But it's, overall this is looking really good. Okay, so, and look at this. I wonder if I can even change that element. Oh, I can. What? Okay. Well, maybe not. I see the... design. That's the overall design. I don't want to change that, so maybe I can't. So that's an interesting thing too. Wondering if I can change that orange X. If I click on it, it X's out, which is what you would expect it to do. That's the behavior. But I'd love to change that to be like a white one or something like that. Or like maybe this blue to make it match. That would be kind of cool. And then I got a little more space here that I want. I'm sure that is something I can edit again. And I hear the spacing at the top, so check this out. Oh, that brings it up on the whole page. Actually, I kind of liked it a little bit lower, so I'm going to put that back where it was. Let's see, anything else here I want to change? Maybe it's the padding. No, the padding's fine. So this is interesting. It may be because of I'm using OBS. Yeah, I'm looking at the I'm looking at this X, and I'm looking at this background here to see if we can change that. I'd love to change this to. I'd like to change both to white, probably. And then I'm curious also. No, that's all right. Mine's been slow too. I'm curious also about this space up here. I'm thinking this space is because of the template has built it that way, and I'm not sure if that's something I can change. Now, I could have constructed, for anyone else watching, I could have constructed this whole thing on my own, but I chose to use one of their templates. So because of that, I may be locked into the constraint of the template, which is okay. I would prefer to have that and have it like really easy to do than not. But it's interesting because you all of a sudden all these things pop up and you go, oh, hey, can I do this? Can I do that? Yeah, OBS is great. I was looking at, there's software for the Mac that'll let you broadcast on multiple places, and you know a lot. And there's one, I don't remember what the name of it was, but they started charging per year. And I was going to use that one, but they started charging per year, and I was like, I don't want to spend per year. And so I thought, well, I'll try OBS because it's free and it's something, maybe it's not too hard. And you know what? It's really easy to use. OBS is awesome. And you can set up templates for how you want your screen to look. So like I've got, you can see down, over here on the bottom of my screen, I've got this call to action so people can get my lead magnet. I'm able to put a chat up there where everyone can see us chatting, even though you're using Facebook. I can chat with you there, and then of course you can see my screen over there, and I've set all that up. So yeah, I'm loving it. It works really well for stuff like this. And sometimes I like to do this, like when I just work on something, just to go live on the channels, and someone wants to work alongside me, and we can start a conversation. It's really, really very handy. Okay, so so that, I think that's the only things I'm wondering about that. Otherwise, I think this looks pretty good. Now, the one thing about this is that I know I will need to get my email series now set up for all of these. Because once I start collecting emails, I want to have an email series set up. So that's something to work on, is getting those done too. Yeah, I'm just not seeing, that's got left and right spacing. Let me check this one. Oh, there's my spacing for the top. So yeah, so I can adjust it even though it's in the template. So that's solved. Okay, so now I was able to center that better. That looks great. Looks really good. Very happy about that. I don't think I want to mess with any of the rest of those. Yeah, so it's just the X then, and whether I can make this white in the background to make it match what I have on my website. Again, not a big deal if I can't. Certainly doesn't make or break anything for me, but we love the customization. So it'd be cool if I could make that background white in the X. So anyway, but that's okay. So now that's it. That's my pop-up. So now, from what I can tell, you can have a different pop-up on every single course that you have, which is insane, like insanely awesome. I really love that. So that if, like, for instance, this is a course about pitching your book, so this is a perfect lead magnet for anyone who comes to this course. But another one of my courses may be on children's books, and this may not be a perfect lead magnet for them. So I could put a different lead magnet on those pages. However, right now, because I'm getting started, I want to have the same lead magnet. So I believe what I'm going to have to do to make that happen is go into the overall settings. If I can, I don't think I can. I want to somehow copy this code. Well, let me see if it shows up the same everywhere else. Okay, so that's on my perfect pitch. The pop-up is the get your book noticed. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump back over here to a different course that I just set up. This is one I made go live earlier. And I'm going to go into working on these pages. And I'm going to go into the pop-up. Now the question is this have a different pop-up, the same, or is there any way to copy it? Boom, boom, boom. It looks so nice when it all comes in, and I'm going to have a video here eventually. That'll be a lot more engaging. Yeah, see, this is the old pop-up. So what I want to do now is I want to go in here and I want to duplicate that one I just did, but I would love to not have to recreate the whole thing. So I'm curious if there's a way that I can do that. Oh, see, this one has the black. Well, that's because of the. It's probably because it was first set up like that. So is there any way? These pop-up settings. See, I don't think I can get into the code like I can with the reason I thought of the code is because I can get into the code in like the sections of the different pages, and I've just been copying and pasting code, and it makes the creating my pages really quick. But I don't think I can do that here. It'd be kind of cool if there was a place where we could, and maybe there is, and I just don't know it. Hey, welcome back. No problem. Another thing I just came across, Amit, is I'm going through here, is wondering if there's a way to copy another pop-up in place of like this pop-up, because this is on a different course, and I don't want to have a different pop-up, and I certainly don't want to have to start from scratch every time I do a pop-up. So I'd love to be able to copy those pop-ups from one course to another. I'm also wondering, now that I'm saying that, I'm wondering if in the same course do the pop-ups change. So for instance, if I go, let's go back to the one I just created. Oh, that was in that one. No, it wasn't. That was in the perfect pitch. So when I go here and I go to one of my pages, I just created that pop-up that we were looking at earlier. Boom, 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 boom. Again, the slowdown I think is on my end because I got so much going on. Okay, so I've got this pop-up, looks awesome, but when I go to a different course and I go to pop-up, it's a different pop-up. So I'm either going to have to completely recreate each time unless there's some way to copy. But here's what I want to see now. So this is on the sales page. What happens if I go to the checkout page? I guess not that I really even want a pop-up on this page, but this is the same course. Will it bring up a new pop-up? Yeah, it does. So this is interesting. What's really cool about that is that you can really customize your pop-ups for whatever page people are on. So I'm loving that. But I also know that I'm not going to have more than probably 3 to 4 different kinds of pop-ups over the long run. And so I'd really love the ability to somehow just in this pop-up settings, like, maybe select a previous pop-up I've created and saved. Or at the very least be able to go in and get to the code so I can just copy the code and paste it into each one like you can on the individual sections of the pages. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go. Yeah, my kids have all disappeared. They were playing Xbox earlier. Okay, yeah, see, like these quotes here, what was really cool about this is I was able to just click on like this settings. Oh no, it wasn't that. Or was it? Oh no, yeah, I was able to click on this here and grab the code. And then I just went down here and I saw where the testimonials were right here. And I just copied this testimonials code and pasted it into other places. And it made it really slick and easy to do. So I love that you all put the ability to grab the code in there. It makes it really slick. Really slick. Okay. So back to work. So I'm going to go ahead and this one's done. That one's done. This is my teachable page that I'm getting rid of soon because it's in there. And Okay. So now what I'm going to do is oh gosh. So I really want that. Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do then is I'm going to make sure that pop-up doesn't show up on my checkout pages. I only want it showing up on the Mage page. By the time they get into checkout, I really don't want to have a pop-up interrupt them anyway. So I'm going to turn that off. Boom. Look how easy that is. So nice. So the pop-up is off on that page. Does it have it on the thank you page? Yeah. So I'll just have to go into each page then and turn this off, I guess, each time, which is not a big deal. It's kind of nice. It makes you go into each page and just know, what you got going on. Yeah, and I don't need any SEO on that page. Don't really care. And then the course page. The course page, does it have a pop-up? Yeah, really don't need one on the course page because by now I've already received their email. There should be no reason for having a pop-up unless I'm trying to get them. Now, I'm not saying the pop-up should go away because this would be a great place for an upsell or for an announcement for a new product or something like that. I'm just saying that for what I've got completed at this point, I don't want it. So I'll just save it as off there. And I don't need SEO on that page because I don't want anyone to really get there. Okay, so now I've set it up where they will, the only pop-up is going to be here on this main sales page for the perfect pitch. And that's only when they intend exit. So that was the other cool thing that these pop-ups can do is you can tell when you want them to appear, right? Yeah, see so I said, make it come up on the exit. I don't want it to come on when they land there because I want them to see the page. Don't want it to interrupt by scroll because this is a sales page. But when they exit, or if they try to exit, they're going to see it. Very cool. These things I'm seeing, would you like me to write these down and post them on Facebook or something? Would that help? Because I can do that. Let me just make a few notes here. I think it'd be nice on the, let's see, the pop-up. To customize the field color. To customize the X color. Can't do either one. Okay. Is that you're saying you can't do it now? Is that something that I should put down for like requests for development, or is it just like that's not possible? And then, and the other thing was to make the pop-up copyable. And that's fine that that's not available right now. Like I said, it's not a deal breaker to me. It's just one of those things that makes you go, oh, that's a good idea. I'd like to do this, or I'd like to do that. Okay, so I'm going to jump to a different page altogether. I'm going to close this editor, and that was the perfect pitch. So I need to go back to my courses. All right. So now let's look at, let's see, the other one I made go live was this children's book blenders. Okay, the first thing I want to do is go into each of these pages and turn off the pop-up. So I'm just going to turn that off because I don't want to pop up on the final page there. All right, and then that was the course access page. I'm going to go to the thank you page. No problem. Good seeing you. I totally get it. That's the joy of life. Glad you could join me for a few minutes anyway. No problem. I'd love to do it anytime. Have a good night. All right, so I'm going to turn off this pop-up. And the checkout page, I want to turn the pop-up off there. I think what I'm going to do for now is, because these pop-ups can't be copied, I have a feeling they're going to make that available soon. Maybe I will just go ahead and do it. It wasn't that bad. Let's just do it for another example of how it can be done, only this time I'm going to choose a different looking one. And let's see if I can't get closer to what I want, because see, this has a white background and this has the right color X. It's just that this isn't set correctly. So I wonder, oh, see, it's not letting me change those elements. Okay, so let's just see. I'm going to change the design. I was using this last design. No, I wasn't. I was using this design here. What if I choose this one? I think this one might be better. Okay, so this could be interesting. This is good. This could be really interesting because the colors and everything are already almost like I'd want them. So let's just see what happens. Let me see if I can make this look the way we want it. So I'm going to change this image out to a new image, this one. Beautiful. This one I want it to say oh. Huh. Grab it for PDF. Then down here. Oops. Discover Chris and Gena's 10 best tips on how to sell and market your book. Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to go in here and I want to highlight. Actually, I want to get all those words. 10 best tips, sell, market. And then here, I'm going to change this to enter your email here. That's required. This, I want to, trash. And then this, I want to say get it. Oh, this is a better better one altogether, because look, everything is coming together so much better than it did before. Oh, I think this is over here. I can't change that in the button. I have to change it over here. Yeah. Get it. Okay, and then what I want to do is I'm going to duplicate this, throw it down here, and then on this one I'm going to say, I'm going to copy that, paste it there, and then I want to change the color that font. Not be quite so bold. Yeah, that's good. Enter email here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, good. Now this is interesting to me because I don't really see that background. What if I just... I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back into the style. And what if I just say the background color I want to be this color. And then the image, how do I get rid of the image? There we go. Ooh, I like that. Okay. So now all I got to do is I just got to change my, I just got to change the colors of this stuff. So let's change that to white. This change to white. I am going to change the color of this. Okay, see this background color? That's what I want to change. So I'm going to grab the color of this. I'm going to change this to that. Yay, it looks so pretty. Okay, and then the border color. Let me just get rid of that border. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Center text line. Okay. You know that looks good. Okay, submit form. Oh, Dad. Okay. So on the action, post submit action. Okay, so what I would like on here, I would like a post submit action to just be a confirmation message. Instead of going to a link. I'll let them know about that too. I think that would be improved that. Other than that, that looks great. Like, really happy with that. Okay, I'm going to save that. All right, and now my Common Children's Book Blunders is ready to go. Okay, so out of all my courses now, let's go back to my courses. Two, or I wish, let's see, reorder. Do I have to change the order with, oh, okay. So I'm going to make the ones that I've finished, I just want to have up here. And now I've finished that, and these are all the ones I'm still working on. So I got a little ways to go. Okay. I think that's going to be about it for now. I think I've been on for about an hour. And I appreciate you all watching. If you'd like to see more of these and see me working with Zenler or other things, please let me know. Please send me a comment on whatever platform you're working on, because that lets me know that people are actually, not just coming in because they're like, what is he doing? Oh, I don't want to see that, and then leaving. But they actually want to see what we're doing. So if you're interested in seeing me working on this, writing, other things, please let me know. I love getting on here live with you. Have a good day. Bye-bye.